Kanye West wasn't wrong to appoint himself Yeezus back in 2013, because according to some music conspiracy theorists, his destiny to become one of music's most innovative figures was determined long ago, let's say back in 1972, exactly 5 years before he was even born. 1972 was the year when the late David Bowie released his rock opera, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. This was his 5th studio album and a springboard for Bowie's alter ego, Ziggy Stardust. This blog from 2007 claims to be the, quote, official blog for the Kanye West David Bowie conspiracy. The blogger made a case for how Bowie and West are inextricably linked in the most peculiar of ways, and how it all began with the release of Ziggy Stardust on June 6, 1972. The breakdown goes something like this. The cover of Bowie's 1972 album featured an image of the rock star posing on a dark London street, surrounded by cardboard boxes and concrete. The only really prominent focal point of the picture, apart from Bowie's great shock of blonde hair, a single illuminated shop sign hanging just above his head that reads K West. Coincidence, perhaps? The theory then digs a little deeper beyond the superficial name drop, dissecting the meaning behind the first track on the album, 5 Years.
We've got 5 years stuck on my eyes.
The lyrics paint a grim picture of a world set to end in 5 years' time, unless, that is, a so-called Starman descends upon Earth to save humanity from itself. Fast forward 5 years, 2 days later, and on June 8, 1977, Kanye West was born. Bowie's predicted Starman had arrived. In a 1974 interview with Rolling Stone, Bowie gave an oddly prophetic description of how his alter ego eventually leaves this earth. As soon as Ziggy dies on stage, the infinites take his elements and make themselves visible, he said at the time. Fittingly, when the rock icon died on January 10, 2016, West was one of the first artists to commemorate him, tweeting just 1 hour after the official Facebook announcement of Bowie's death. David Bowie was one of my most important inspirations. So fearless, so creative, he gave us magic for a lifetime. It was this tweet that spurred a Reddit user to revive the original conspiracy theory, but this time with a few key updates. The theorist points to Bowie's final album, Black Star, as a not-so-thinly veiled confirmation that West is his chosen successor. First, the rapper is quite literally a black star, and second, the album's first track, titled Black Star, features some eerily revealing lyrics. Something happened on the day he died, the lyrics read.
Spirit rose a meter and stepped aside. I'm a black star.
But no conspiracy theory is complete without a few more critical tie-ins. The third track off Bowie's Black Star is titled Lazarus, a nod to the biblical character of the same name. In the Bible, Lazarus falls ill and dies. He is placed in a tomb, and Jesus brings him back from the dead. It's important to note here that the third track off Yeezus is called, unironically, I Am a God. The theory is helped along here by the fact that the outspoken rapper also posed with the crown of thorns on the cover of Rolling Stone back in 2006. Could the Jesus West comparisons be any more clear? Oh, and one more thing. 3 days before Bowie's death in January 2016, Sia previewed her new song, Reaper, which coincidentally was co-written and co-produced by none other than Bowie's new creative spirit incarnate, Kanye West. My name is Rob Sheffield, and I officially do not believe any of these WTF music conspiracy theories.